final press conference of the FIDE Candidates Tournament, and we have with us the winner of the tournament, Fabiano Caruana, USA. Congratulations. Thank you. And we have CEO of World Chess, Ilya Merenzon, with us. Once again, Caruana, it was great. Fabiano. And I just would like to say that, of course, many people now are looking forward for the World Championship match, which is going to take place in London. But at the moment, of course, the first question is to Fabiano. How does he feel now, and what is he going to do in London?
I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled.
No, it's working. It's working. It's just not.
I'm absolutely thrilled. Coming into today, I wasn't sure what would happen, and things couldn't have gone better. I mean, like a few days ago, I thought the tournament was already out of my hands when I lost the game, and somehow things just came together perfectly at the end. So I really couldn't be happier.
Yes, sorry, maybe it will be fixed. And what about, did you have any thought, did it cross your mind, how are you going to play in the World Championship match?
I mean, it's still so far away, but I'll prepare very seriously for it. I think I'll come well prepared, and it'll be a tough fight. But right now, I mean, I'm not even thinking about it.
Ilya, I would like to give you a floor. Can you please say a few words about this event? Are you happy with?
Hi everyone, and it's the first press conference I take part in, and I just wanted to say wow to all the players who were here, and especially to Fabiano, but also to those who are maybe in the VIP room now drinking, at least I hope. The tournament has been amazing, and lots of journalists have been asking me as an organizer, basically, who do you kind of cheer for? What do you hope for? And there are many answers, obviously. From a marketing point of view, it was obviously interesting to see Sergei Karyakin win. It would be interesting to see Kramnik win, especially after his games. But for Fabiano to win, it's not only me, it seems like it's everyone hoped for it. And now the event in London is going to be so exciting, and I myself can't wait to be there. So this is the thought for now, but I guess we'll discuss it a little bit more in detail a little bit later. I don't want to... this is the hero for now.
Okay. Thank you, Ilya. I already see that people are ready to ask questions. Journalists are ready to ask. Can you please give the microphone? Let's start.
Jürgen Brustkern from Schach Aktiv. If I if my memory correctly, we play 5 times in Budapest, the first Saturday tournament. You was a little boy, and do you have dreamed in this time? Do you have dreamed about this moment here to win the candidates, to have a chance to beat the world champion?
Well, the dream is usually more about winning the World Championship match itself. So I'm, let's say, halfway there. But it's still, I mean, the dream is still far away. But I mean, this in itself is already, I mean, before the tournament, if you told me I would have won like this, I might not have believed it. I mean, I thought I had my chances, but things turned out even better than I could have expected. So yeah, this is a dream come true.
Brian Glover, we're making a documentary on this great event, so thanks for winning. I've got a 2-part question for you, Fabi, somewhat historical in nature. As you know, American champions have been few and far between in the history of chess. We had Paul Morphy.
Loudly.
Paul Morphy in 1858. We had Pillsbury was a great player, but he died young. He was very ill. And we had a world correspondence champion in the 60s, Hans Berliner. There was a guy by the name of Fischer in 72, I think, won the world championship. That's 46 years ago. So my questions are, have you studied the games of the past greats and who and why and what have you learned from them? And if you win, and I hope you do win the World Championship, can you promise us you won't quit chess, grow a big beard, and hide in Reykjavik?
It's been a really long question.
Yeah, I've studied the games of the great American players of the past. I mean, in particular, Fischer. I mean, he was one of the greatest, if not the greatest, chess players of all time. And I've also studied like Morphy's games quite a bit. I haven't really looked at Pillsbury's games as much, but yeah, I think it's still important to look at the great players of the past, not only for, I mean, in terms of learning about chess, but also to kind of learn about the history of chess and what came before you. And yeah, I do promise not to quit chess, regardless of what happens in London.
Okay.
Did you learn anything about sharp Hungarian style? I think it was 3 years in Budapest, yeah. And
Jürgen, you're insisting on
idea?
Budapest, I see. Can you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I worked with several Hungarian players, and I mean, I lived in Budapest for 2 years, and I worked there with Alex Chernin. In that time, I also worked with several of the strong Hungarian players. So yeah, maybe some of their play rubbed off on me a bit. I think that every player you work with kind of adds something to your style and to your chess.
Yeah, Peter.
Hi, Peter Dobbers, chess.com. Fabiano, was there ever a moment after Jacques drew his game that you would offer the draw? And if not, was playing on maybe also the first statement to Magnus?
I mean, if my position wasn't completely winning, I might offer a draw. But it was just so, and there was no counterplay for him either. I thought it would be a shame to not play this position, especially since it was just so automatic. After the time control, I still wasn't sure if I was really much better but after Jacques finished his game, I already felt like my position was winning.
Two questions. The first one, can you elaborate on what was your strategy when going into this last game and how you felt about the progress of the other games, how much you watched them and how this influenced your own play? And the second question, what do you think does it mean to the popularity of chess in the United States and maybe also in your second home, Italy, that you are now the contender for the World Championship?
Well, going into this game, I mean, I thought a draw would be a good result. I didn't want to do anything crazy. I thought if I do something crazy, I might have a higher chance of losing, and that would, I mean, especially since the other two games were, I mean, likely to be drawn, because games between top players are always a draw is always a very likely result. And it was only after Ding played h3 that I kind of felt very safe about that game. And I didn't really have a chance to look at Shakriar's game until after the time control, because we were in our own time pressure. So I don't know what happened there. And then after the time control, it was just a dead draw. So that didn't worry me too much. But I thought I should just play normally, not go crazy. And a draw, I thought, would be a good result. And in case one of the other players had won, then it would just be bad luck. But I mean, what can you do? Yeah, if for example Sergey goes +5 in the last half, I mean, what can you do? Yeah.
And this.
Yeah, no, I really hope that chess becomes more popular in the U.S. and in Italy. I mean, I think popularity is growing and has been for like maybe the last 10 years, but there's still a very long way to go, and hopefully me playing in London against Magnus will boost the popularity a bit, and I'll try to help with that as well.
Who's okay?
Okay, is it true that the loss against Karyakin helped you to sleep better, to feel some less pressure?
Yeah, no. After I lost that game, I mean, I felt awful for a few hours, and then the next day I just felt much better. I don't know what. It was like a weight was lifted from me. My play was so heavy for a few games, and it culminated in that loss. And after I lost that game, I started to feel much freer in my play and more confident. I mean, I still had a feeling that I had thrown away the tournament, but okay, I thought I had my chances, and I at least I was playing better, and okay, I mean the games kind of showed it.
I mean, this question is in the air, so I cannot just resist. Do you think Magnus is happy knowing that you are going to play this match against him? How does he feel now?
I don't know. Maybe he's worried. But he did say that he would like to play a match against me.
But he was expecting, he was putting your chances like 70%, very high.
Before the tournament?
Yeah, before this game.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe before. I mean, well, before the tournament, I thought maybe I have like a 15% chance, and before this game, I put my chances more at like 60%. But I still thought that's a big improvement on 15%.
Would you like to send him any message or anything before this match? Now you have your chance. I mean, here.
I mean, we're going to actually play in a few days, so hopefully I'll send a message there.
Okay. Other questions? Dylan?
Other than chess players, is there anyone in your life that provides you support, and what does that mean to your chess career?
Yeah, no, I got a huge amount of support during the tournament from friends, from family. I mean, it was a great boost, especially near the end. Even from some people who I'm not particularly close to, sent their support and their regards, and that helped me feel good about my chances. And also, close friends were very supportive throughout the tournament.
You want microphone? Yes.
You said you rated your chances only at 15% going into this event. How maybe it had to do a little bit with the setback at Weigandse. How did you get into such a good shape? And the second question is, can you rate your chess and the chess of your main contenders in this event?
I mean, I didn't really think Weigandse had anything to do. I wasn't worried about that result, and after I left that tournament, I immediately forgot about it. I just didn't even think about the tournament after that. And yeah, we had planned a very nice training camp with several grandmasters in Miami. So I went to Miami for nearly 3 weeks, and rather than freezing the cold in St. Louis, it was 80 degrees every day. We went jogging in the morning. We stayed out and we ate outside in the evening. I mean, it was beautiful. We went to the beach, and we worked on chess pretty much all day. So it was the perfect way for me to prepare for the event.
My question to Ilya Merenzon: what actually spectators can expect, can hope for in the match in London?
Well, we've chosen London for a very specific reason. We didn't want to lower the bar after New York. And you've been to New York, you've seen how many people are there, and it was really exciting. But imagine that in New York, there is almost no paper in America which still runs a chess column. In the UK, there is almost no newspaper which doesn't. So chess in London is even bigger than in America. So we expect this to be major, a kind of spectacular event. Not only because it's in London where everyone wants to go, but also because it's supported by the media, and we have so much to offer in terms of technology, in terms of spectator experience, and we learned so much. And we just recently spoke with Peter Doggers from chess.com, who is right in front of me, who suggested that obviously the online experience has to be improved, and I understand this. So I think that the event in London is going to be completely different from what you would expect, and it's going to reflect the way now chess is consumed mostly online. and of course it's going to be interesting for the players because we also learned to work with them, and I hope you'll let us basically do it to make sure that it's an excellent event. So everyone should come to London at some point for the championship match.
Okay, so thank you very much for coming for this press conference, giving your comments, and thank you, Fabiano.